Hello. This is Aurelia Davis, the educator's educator, coming to you on a Monday afternoon, which is basically after a lot of the breaks are over, spring breaks. So, teachers, my name is Aurelia Davis. I am a retired educator from Chicago Public Schools, where I worked over 31 years. And after retiring in 2012, I decided to continue with my passion as far as education is concerned, encouraging teachers that are presently in the school system, encouraging teachers that are presently in the school system. There is a shortage going on right now, so I'm just coming to you every once in a while or throughout the week and just offering products and services so that you as an educator will feel that you are not alone in this space. Feel that you're not alone in this space. It can get pretty lonely sometimes because you feel that you're the only one that might be going through something, but you're not. So I'm here to just answer questions, and I talk on subjects that might be of interest to you throughout the school year. And today we're talking about the basically how the school year is going to end, and what might be offered or what you may be able to offer students during the summertime. And when I say offer the students, that means sometimes you will give this information to your parents so that they can continue the learning process with their children throughout the summer months. I know during the summer everybody's eager about going on vacation and going to just different things and just relaxing, but there is a way where learning can continue to take place, where learning can continue to take place. So I will recall on how what I did as an educator coming into the end of the school year, and what I by now you should know your students. You should have a good feeling about who your target audience is, who your students are, and what I had a tendency of what I did do, I had a tendency about mid-year, I would divide my students into three categories or three groups. There was the A group that was basically on task as far as they were on task as far as their being on grade level. Being on grade level, they were on grade level. So if I was teaching third grade, these particular students were on grade level 3, on third grade level or above, which may be fourth grade level. That means they basically were really set to go into the fourth grade. And then you have those students that might be having that middle group that might be having difficulties, still having difficulties with reading and math, reading and math. So you want to look at that particular group also. And then you have that last group. These are the students that might be receiving special resources like bilingual, or they may be in special ed and might be going to special classes. And so that's another group that you want to really pay close attention to because these are the ones that are going to need a lot of help over the summer months, a lot of help over the summer months. Well, when you talk about resources for the summer, there's always, when you talk about resources for the summer, you think about libraries. There are a lot of library programs going on. And because I live in Chicago, there has always been library programs, library tutoring that goes on in the summertime. And it starts immediately after school is out in June or May. And it continues throughout the summer. And and then you would let the parents know that they have the opportunity as to how many days a week they want their child to go to this particular tutoring session or go to the library, or even just being in the library and reading weekly, is a great help and a great way to help help the students. And then, of course, there's summer school. I can really say that summer school has changed within the last 5 or 6 or 7 years because at one time summer school was mandatory for those students who were not doing well on academic tests or not doing well, hadn't been doing well throughout the whole year. So it was recommended that they go to summer school, and the parents were usually told ahead of time that your child may be attending summer school. But at the same time, those particular summer schools were offered as being free, What I've been hearing lately is that there are other summer schools being for enrichment or remedial support and whatever. And those particular summer schools there may be a cost attached to those particular summer schools. So wherever you live, you're going to really have to just sort of tap into your public into your district as an educator and find out exactly what kind of summer school resources are going to be available for some of the students in your classroom who are going to really, really need them, really, really need them. So we talked about the library, we talked about summer school, but at the same time, what I found myself doing, and I was just in a store the other day and I saw that these particular books still exist. I would give my parents a real thick curriculum book that would cover reading, math, social studies, and science. Reading, math, social studies, and science. And these particular curriculum books were very, 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 very thick. And they did exist for children from preschool all the way up to, I think, eighth grade, preschool to eighth grade. I'm not sure if there was anything in particular for high school students. But these particular curriculum books, I told parents this was a very good investment because your child can do at least 2 to 3 pages per day. One page in reading, one page in math, one page in social studies, and one page in science, so that they would be able to pick up some of the skills that they were not able to obtain while they were in school. And so a lot of parents did buy these books, over the years. And they would come back and tell me, Miss Davis, those books were fantastic. First of all, because if their children were not able to, go to summer camp and do different things like that, then they did have something for their child to do besides just go read a book. Okay. But they did have worksheets for those children to participate in. And I'm even thinking now that beyond the worksheets, there are so many different programs in reading, math, social studies, and science that are on the computer that you can tap into as far as giving these particular children some kind of structure and learning structures throughout the summer. So this information, you are basically giving it to the parents because the parents are going to be in charge. You're giving this information to your parents because they are going to be in charge. So as an educator, this will basically get that low group up another level or a half of level to the point where they could be do a little bit more, and you can sort of fill in some of the gaps of some of the things that they did miss during the year. And then that middle group, especially extra help in reading and in math, would of course give them a leg up also by the time they got ready to go into their next grade. And then of course that same book, if those children were really already excelling in third grade and going on to fourth grade and even beyond fourth grade, get them a book that may be fourth grade or fifth grade, so they can even have a little bit more as far as structure is concerned. But these learning opportunities do exist, and you have to tap into the city where you live. You need to tap into the school district that is available also. And it's a place for children to learn, but at the same time, usually they're having a lot of fun also. So you would like to be that resource, that educational resource, to let parents know what they can do with their children during the summer months. I have always been a component of working with my students in class, but at the same time insisting that my parents work with their children at home, because the connection of the home and school works together to make a child's education more viable, more meaningful. And what ends up happening is that I can usually tell the students that have been working at home or that were given some extra study groups, or being allowed to work in different aspects of learning when they were not in my classroom. And I encourage the parents. I said everything can be a learning opportunity. Everything can be a learning opportunity. Oh, let me add this in. If parents do not choose to tap into a library or summer school, and if, say, for instance, you have parents that are doing traveling, that is a very excellent field of study. An excellent field of study for children and parents that are traveling. Have that tell the parent that basically have the child take a journal with them and have them record in that journal what they see and what they do, so on and so forth. They can write up a report on where they went, how they got there, what they did when they got there. They can talk about the custom dress that the individuals that people were wearing, even if it's a different state. Okay, you can go from Chicago to a hot state and people are dressing totally different. Okay, or either going out of the country, out of the United States, and letting the children see and letting the children see that this can be turned into a form of study. Take it to the level where you are making a report, and then even if you're their third grade teacher, have them come back and do a report for the class that you have sitting in front of you in September. So every opportunity is an opportunity for learning. Every experience is an opportunity for learning. And so we just need to take it. We don't need to take anything for granted, but we need to take every advantage of everything. And you, as an educator, because you have all of these resources floating in your head, you can let parents know. Another good thing, if you feel that the parents would like a written email, make up a resource list. Make up a resource list of how learning can take place over the summer and send it out to your parents. Email it out to your parents and let them know. Give them the options of all the types of things that they can do. And this will be very, very, very good for them. Well, this is Aurelia Davis, the educator's educator, and I invite you to go over to my website, aureliadavis.com. I'm still taking pre-orders for my preschool STEM cards. And some of the other offerings that I have, I do lesson plan audits, and I even do individual curriculums for people that are for preschool parents, for parents that are doing preschool, keeping their children home for preschool, and also those individuals that want to do homeschooling, because there needs to be a curriculum in place for you in order for you to do homeschooling for your child. And so a lot of offerings. Just go over to the website or visit aureliadavis.com and see what I have to offer you. And have a great day and keep teaching. Bye-bye.